What's good, everybody? Welcome to Bethea's Byte Reloaded. I'm Ernest Bethea, the last outlaw, and it's a rant day. It's been a while since I did one of these rants. But when I come up across an issue like this within the YouTube true crime community, I gotta say something. Now, just like I mentioned in the description on YouTube. Yeah, it's been that long. It's like I mentioned. I've also mentioned it in the community tab. I said, yeah, it's been a while since I went on a rant. It's been a while on Bullies, but I never thought I'd have to do one on a bully in the YouTube true crime community until today. Yeah, today's the day I go off. Today's the day I shoot straight from the hip about this proud, world famous member of the YouTube true crime community. And today, I fire every last bullet until I've got none left to fire. I said at the top, it's been a while since I've done one about bullies, but I've never done one about a member of the YouTube true crime community. And you know who you are. Get to know who I am. Today, I'm on my side hustle business. And today, business is booming. Because if there's one thing I can't stand, so good to have you guys here today. Kind of wish it was under better circumstances. Like me stepping up here to report a true crime story, or maybe catch up with others in the community on certain cases they're following. But for me, today's not that day. But it's on a case that is going on right now. I posted somebody else's live on it. I posted information on it. But I didn't give you all the information. I take that back. I gave you the information related to the case. What I didn't do was give you the information related to the bully. I'll get to that in a moment. But I want to give you a nice little reminder of just who I'm making reference to. The case is the missing persons case of one Sarah Elizabeth Dreyer. Sarah is 38 years of age, 5'3", 120 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. She's missing out of Hillsborough County, Florida. She's been missing since the 10th of April, 2023. She was last seen wearing a black tank top, blue shorts, black tennis shoes. She did have her cell phone with her the last time anybody made contact with her. But who knows what may have happened? Her phone may have died, or I really don't know what the case may be on this instance. But I strongly urge you, if anybody knows anything in regard to Sarah Elizabeth Dreyer's whereabouts, please, if you see something, say something. Contact the Hillsborough County, Florida Sheriff's Department at 813-247-8200, 813-247-8200, and reference case number 23-383968. We want to do everything we can to bring Sarah home safe. Now that I got that part out of the way, let me get to the part as to why I'm actually doing a rant instead of just a missing persons plug. You see, right when I found out about this story, I found out that that the family asked that. Long story short, they asked to respect their privacy, meaning they didn't want to do any kind of interviews or things of that nature. I understand that. I totally get that. But then I find out a certain YouTuber in the true crime community had the gumption, had the audacity, had the unmitigated nerve to respond back to that family that this quote unquote world famous YouTuber is going to get in touch with every other YouTuber in the true crime community and say, don't follow this case. You're going to tell the real true crime community, don't follow this case? First off, let me say, you got to be out your blasted mind. Totally out of your mind. That's the first thing. Second thing, everybody in the true crime community knows me. They know what my main focus is, and they also know my side hustle. Today, it's all about my side hustle. With that, Bullhorn Betty, I'm calling you out. Oh, and before you even open your mouth to say, what are you doing? I don't know you, and I'm no monster. You're right. You don't know me. And as far as a monster goes, you might as well be one. Everybody who knows me knows if there's one thing I can't stand, it's a bully. And you, Bullhorn Betty, are one of the worst ones I've ever heard of in this community. Just who in the bluest of hells do you think you are? Like you got command over the true crime community gonna tell us not to cover a case. You lost your rabbit mind. Or do you even have a mind to start with? That family is worried about their mother, their daughter, their friend, their relative. And that family asks for privacy. What is the harm in that? They don't need people surrounding them and hounding them with questions, this, that, and the third, just so you can come on here on YouTube and twist it to your own little spin, just to get likes, just to get clicks, just to get the attention. Don't put the focus on the family. Focus on me, Bullhorn Betty. I don't know you, and already you make me sick. But don't take it that personal. I just can't stand bullies, and you fit the category perfectly. Let me make this perfectly clear. Everyone I associate with in the real true crime community, especially those that are involved trying to find Sarah and bring her home. Some of us in some ways go by our names. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's as far as that goes. Avery Shannon. I've watched plenty of her videos. I've seen some of the live stuff she's done. The closest thing to her videos being about her is just her name. That's it. Kit's True Crime. Again, Kit. I watched hers. I watched her videos. I've seen her lives. And in fact, Kit right now is covering the Letitia Stout case. Another one. Closest thing you're gonna get to her page being about her is just a name. Then there's me. You see the logo. You've seen You've seen me introduce myself more times than I can count. I'm Ernest Bethea, the last outlaw. This is Bethea's Byte Reloaded. After that, it's not about me. It's about the victims. It's about the missing. It's about who I can report on, how much information I can get out to the people so they can help get justice for the victims. Bring the missing home. Yet somehow, you tapped into my side hustle and you managed, in doing so, you managed to piss me off. You managed to get me hot. You managed to get me to the boiling point. So, Balloon Betty, I'm gonna spread this as far as I can on these YouTube streets. And if it's the last thing I do on YouTube, I'm gonna make sure you're never heard from again. And that's not a threat. That's not me playing the bully. That's a promise. You see right scrolling at the top of this page. YouTube bullies in a true crime community. I'm gonna get you. Bullhorn Betty, that means you. I'm gonna get you. Your level of bullying will not be tolerated in this community. If you're not here to help, you're a hindrance. I'll tell you and I'll tell everybody else that. You're a hindrance. And I don't like people hindering what this community is trying to do. How dare you? How dare you tell a family who's missing their loved one that you're going to go all over this community and tell them not to cover that case? Why? Because they won't answer to you? Here's a thought, Bullhorn Betty. Maybe, just maybe, they know your reputation. Think about it. There are people in this community who are actually in this community for all the right reasons. In case you forgot about that, seeking justice for the victims and bringing the missing home. That's it. Personally, I'm very appreciative of all the subscribers I get. I pray for more. And I already got support from one member of the community. I'm appreciative of all the subscribers and all the help I can get, as long as it keeps me going, working toward that goal, seeking justice for the victims and bringing the missing home. Sure, the clicks and the views are fine, but that's not the end goal. That's not the end game for Bethea's Byte Reloaded. Hell, that's not the end goal for a lot of creators in this community. I'm just gonna rattle the names off of a few, just to separate you from the true workers in this business. Yes, I say business, because the business is fine, and it will be fine without you, Bullhorn Betty. Who's in the business for all the right reasons? I mentioned Avery Shannon. One I didn't mention, you may have just seen his name flash briefly, but as far as I'm concerned, this guy is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be in this community when it comes to missing persons. Arctic Fox True Crime. Scarlet with Lost Souls True Crime. Kids True Crime. Deets on the Streets. Tragedy Pimps Exposed. Lawyer Mystery Maven. Checking Convictions. Red Bull Coffee and Crime. And yeah, yours truly, Ernest Bethea, the last outlaw, Bethea's Byte Reloaded. Fox just dropped another line to let you know everybody what's been going on. He says he wouldn't want Bullhorn Betty or JLR within a 200-mile radius of my missing loved one. The fact that the fact that Betty had the nerve to say she would make sure that Sarah got no coverage tells us everything we need to know. You're right, Fox. You're so right, and that's why I'm that guy. I'm that guy calling the bullies out. And Bullhorn Betty, you can get mad. You can get bad if you want to. You can try to look whatever information you want on me up. Fine. Go right ahead, bully. I'm cutting you down. I'm cutting you down, and I'm calling your candy ass out. We're about justice. We're about truth. You're just in this for yourself. You're in it for the money. That is the reason why I'll say it. And I'll say it, and I'll continue to say it until Bullhorn Betty, you're gone. You make me and everyone in the real true crime community sick to our stomachs. We don't need you. We don't want you. And JLR, if you got your eyesight on this too, that goes double for you, son. We don't need you. We don't want you. You're in the wrong community. You're in the wrong community. And this goes also for anybody that's in this thing for all the wrong reasons. If you're about, I've said this before in a rant before, but I'm saying it again here. If you're all about just trying to scrounge up as much money as you can, because you can, at the expense of families, missing loved ones, families losing loved ones, to violence, just go and get off this platform. Do something else. Find a different way to make money. That's not what our channels are all about. Sure. I've said a number of times I'm thinking about starting a GoFundMe account, but the only reason I'm considering doing it is to keep this thing going. And something else I don't like about you, Betty. You're the type of person that'll spin an opinion. Oh, wait a second. I'll speak my piece in just a second. What we got here? Oh yeah. Fox says, God bless Cash Jordan Family Justice for working to get laws passed to protect families from the likes of these grifters. Amen and amen. As I was saying, you're the type of person, blowhard Betty. Yeah, I'm talking to you still. You're the type of person that will spin an opinion on any case and basically tell your followers, your minions, what to think. On my end, I've actually shared my slogan with everybody in the community. And I'm going to break down once again because apparently I have to. What we're all about. News. Yeah. Like I said, we present the facts as we get them. We present the facts, not our opinions, as biased as they may be. It's all about the facts as we're giving them. After we present those facts, we give our opinions then. We can assume, we can speculate, but that's just it. It's our opinions. We don't have to spin anything, and most of all, we don't tell anybody what to think. That's where debates comes in. We'll discuss it. We may even argue about it. But the bottom line is, we get to this. We don't decide what's right and what's wrong. But the one thing that's for certain, we get to hear your voice. We get to hear your voice because your voice matters. Not the views, not the clicks, your voice. And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's always about justice being served. When somebody does wrong, we want to see justice served. Like right now, God forbid, if something terrible happened to Sarah Elizabeth Dreyer, we want the one responsible held responsible, and we want to see justice served. Period. Point blank. We're not here to grift. We're not here to make money. We're here because we want justice. There's a missing person at the Dreyer family table. And around that table, while that seat's empty, you have people worried about them. You going out of your way to dumb post saying you don't want anybody in the YouTube true crime community to cover her case. What's wrong? What's wrong, Blowhard Betty? Is that money out of your pocket? Or maybe that's just a missed opportunity for you to grift. Maybe it's a missed opportunity for you to harass someone. Or if you won't do it, maybe you'll get JLR to do it. This community doesn't need you. And we're going to get you. You, JLR, anybody like you, disgust me. Who the hell do you think you are? You ain't world famous. Neither one of you are. You ain't even YouTube famous. The legendary Debbie Allen once said on a TV show, and God knows it's the truth. You got big dreams. You want fame? Well, fame costs. And right here is where you start paying in sweat. But you don't know nothing about that. While you're out grifting, while you're out harassing, we've got people like Arctic Fox True Crime who is busting their humps daily getting missing persons info out. And that's why I've said time and time again that this man is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be when it comes to missing persons. So don't tell him he's not going to cover a story when a missing person is involved. Not only will he do it, he'll do it quicker than you can get your grift on. He'll do it faster than you can harass the family missing that person. Which means while you're grifting, while you're harassing, he's already 4, 5, 6, 7 steps closer to bringing that missing person home safe. And what are you doing? No, seriously. What are you doing? Not a damn thing. Tell you what, though. You're not going to have to worry about that much longer. Because this community, we will make sure people like you gets knocked off so fast it will make your head spin. So, count your days, Bullhorn Betty. Count the days. Because when you least expect it, you're done. That's my last shot fired, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for taking time to listen to my rant. Thank you for joining me overall. You know how to get in contact with me. If you don't, watch the end of the video. Thanks, Arctic Fox, for dropping in your comments. I appreciate it. And I meant what I said about you when it comes to missing persons. You truly are the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Keep doing what you do, friend. Oh, what's this? She says she thinks it's funny. I think you think it's funny. She insinuated that she had something to do with finding Gabby Petito. It was Gabby's fellow Van Life YouTube family that found her. Oh Lord, just when I'm getting ready to end it, Arctic Fox drops a bombshell on me that gives me more insight into Bullhorn Betty, or Blowhard Betty as I'm calling her. So you're not just a harasser, you're not just a grifter. You like to take credit where it doesn't belong to you. Wow. You are so foolish. You are so foolish. But then again, the Bible speaks about people like you. And it always tells your consequences too. Says those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Which one are you, Betty? I'm not God Almighty, but I do have an opinion. I believe you're going to be you're going to be that one who gets humbled. I believe that deep down in my heart. Somebody, this is, but for those of you who know me, or for those of you who don't know me well, let me break down what I do. I'll post up a missing persons story when I can, courtesy of Arctic Fox True Crime. I try to put up the information that he gives out in text form. He gives it out. He gives it out through his voice, through the picture he uses for the thumbnail, and that part is that. Now here comes the kicker. When I find out that a person is missing, after I finish posting up the information that I get from Arctic Fox True Crime, the first thing I do is pray that that person is found safe, and I pray for the families. When I find out that that person has been found safe, I thank God. I don't take the credit just for posting it up. I thank God for giving me the platform to do so. When I find out that unfortunately that person has been found deceased, again, I pray for the family as they are grieving. I pray for strength for that family. And again, I take no credit for posting the information up. I just get the information, I post it, and I leave it in God's hands. The only power that Ernest Bethea, the last outlaw, has is getting the information out on this platform. Spreading the news, if you will. That's all I can do. So there you go. Another separation, Blowhorn Betty. Blowhorn Betty. So I can sit here and go another hour and change throwing insults at you, telling you we're gonna get you, and we are. But I don't want to waste any more time. As far as I'm concerned, calling you garbage, that's an insult to garbage. I'm going to get out of here right now. And again, I want to say thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you for everyone who stood by with this rant. And again, I'm gonna say this. This is not about me. It will never be about me. And I will make damn sure that Bethea's Byte Reloaded is not about me. Period. This is about the victims. This is about their families. This is about justice. This is about you helping these people get justice. This is about you helping to bring a loved one home. Anything more than that, then I am making it about me. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Till next time, and Blowhard Betty, JLR, and everybody like you, my last 2 words are just for you. Bite this. Hey guys, this is the last Outlaw. Because of you guys, Bethea's Byte is reloaded and running fine. Without you, however, the channel has no engine and does not run. So to all of you who watch the videos and have subscribed to the channel, I have 2 simple words for you. Thank you. Let me make this quick. If you enjoyed the video, or if you want to give your feedback on it, I'd like you to do the following. Like this video to get more eyes on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Be sure to click the notification bell to be notified of future videos. Share this video all over your social media. Drop your comments on this video. Good or bad, I will respond. Be sure to follow Bethea's Byte Reloaded all over social media. At Bethea's Byte Reloaded True Crime on Facebook. At EKB316 on Twitter. At Bethea's Byte Reloaded on YouTube, with and without the punctuation marks. At EB The Last Outlaw on Instagram. At King of Hearts 316 2021 on TikTok. Email me at kingofhearts316_09 at outlook.com. Hit me up on the message forum at www.betheasbyte.com. This is your home for news, opinions, debates, your voice, and justice served. This is Bethea's Byte, and it's reloaded.